Volunteer at your local school. Many adult literacy students had a negative experience with school. It didn't work for them. So it's no surprise if they hesitate to get involved much at their children's school. But these library-based adult learners have chosen to be active.
I went to the class to help my kids in the class, helping the teacher.
I got involved in schools because of my kids too. We'd help with the gluing of the paper, staying in the lines.
Every event that is in a school, I just make sure to be there and help.
They say they need people who speak English and Spanish. I told them my English is not 100%, but I can help.
When I read to children, they like to listen what I read to them. It makes me feel great when they're listening to my story.
Parents really are their children's first teacher. Studies do show that when parents are involved in their child's education, that they do much better in school and are more successful.
Children, they don't want to continue in school, for example. I tell them, no, you keep doing what you're doing.
I can speak for other parents who don't speak English, and I can request special things that our children need there.
I know what I felt like when I was in school, and it didn't feel good necessarily because everybody else was doing things that I couldn't do. So if I go in and help, and if there's a little boy or little girl who's really struggling, I can share my story and say, you know what, don't give up. The first step is talking to your school, finding out what their needs are, but I guarantee they will welcome you with open arms.
We have parents working in the library, helping our librarian. We have parents making copies and filing papers for teachers outside of the classroom. We also have parents who volunteer their time out on the playground with supervising children. So there are a lot of different ways for parents to be involved here at school.
Many of these adult literacy students have grown into leadership roles.
I became the PTA president there, and I think it makes a difference in my community because more parents are getting involved now.
And now I am an elected official school board member.
As successful learners, they now know what does and doesn't work when it comes to learning. They are putting it to use to help others. You can too.
Moms, dads, grandparents, father figures, any other relative who's involved in their child's education are more than welcome here on campus at any time.
We can make the difference in a school, and I think it's very important to make our voice heard.
And do you guys feel like you're making a difference in not only your child's education, but the other kids? Good, good, good. And it's fun, right? All right.
I feel great. I make these people they want to read.
California Library Literacy Services, a program of the California State Library.